Hey guys, I'm Arseny from Curve Labs. We were working on Prime DAO for like last year, and the topic of my talk today is the evolution of Prime DAO, the technical perspective, and it's just a little bit of a story how it feels like to build a DAO from scratch in 2021 and innovate in the space. Here's my Twitter. Please follow me. I'm shit posting there all the time. So what is Prime DAO? This is from the pitch deck, by the way. So Prime DAO is a collective of leading DeFi builders, token engineers, and governance specialists building tools for DeFi projects to build cool stuff. So basically humans, right? We are a group of people who are collaborating with each other and trying to achieve some certain goals. What those goals are? So we are building right now several products. One of them is Prime Launch. It's basically a launch pad for DAOs, for organizations who want to raise funds and go out in the market. They have a cool idea, but they need some interface and some smart contracts to build that, to do that. So we are using Balancer V2. We also have a seed round, like more of a fixed price. So yeah, that's, I think, quite a cool project. We are launching quite soon. Then we have Prime Pools. It's basically a collective management of pools on Balancer again. So basically, yeah, like liquidity providers can, through governance, adjust weights of the pools and basically manage that liquidity out there. Balancer allows like a lot of adjustments in terms of pools management. And then DAO to DAO, it's more of like a protocol of how DAOs can interact between each other, how they can do like token swaps, merging acquisitions and stuff. So that's software, right? PrimeDAO is a piece of software, and we actually have to use some software that is out there that would help those humans who are like building those things to collaborate. So we started PrimeDAO about a year ago, and we went for the existing solution out there. It was DAO stack, and we thought that that's a cool idea to go for the DAO stack. You know, it's plug and play. It comes with a UI. It comes with like inbuilt governance, so you don't have to build the entire thing from scratch, and you can just, you know, go and add some things that you need. So we went through this entire cycle on building on DAO stack for like half a year, 7 months, and no. No, it was pretty hard. Like, it has a massive code base. Most of the code base is outdated. It's using like old Solidity compiler. It's really hard to customize the existing UI. The governance is pretty cumbersome, and I mean, to be honest, like during the bull run, it was almost impossible to operate the DAO just because of the gas fees. One voting, like one proposal, to vote for the proposal was around like 500, 700 bucks. That means that you basically like ditch away the entire like retail customers, like DAO participants, and you just focus on the VCs. And the support was not that great, to be honest. While like I love DAO stack people, they're great guys, but like it was hard to navigate inside their documentation. And yeah, that's why we decided like to start from scratch. Basically, we went for like basically Gnosis Safe as the MVD. I came up with this abbreviation. It's minimal viable DAO. It's basically if you need to do some small thing in a decentralized way, you can go for Gnosis Safe. I know there was like a lot of controversy here right now about Gnosis Safe, but that actually works. So then multi-DAO approach. We don't need this like huge DAO to rule them all. We can have smaller DAOs with different governance mechanisms implanted into more like a fractionalized system rather than having like this monolithic thing. And yeah, that comes to the modular architecture. So for the Prime launch, for this like module for seed fundraising, we went from like very simple thing. So we have smart contracts that allow anybody to start a new seed round where like people can purchase tokens. And what we actually needed here is a filtering mechanism that would allow DAO members to kind of distinguish scam projects from like legit projects. And for that, we can use GnoseSafe really easily. We have like Prime Index people who understand like how to evaluate projects. So they are just members of those multi-sigs and they can sign transaction to execute it on chain. For more complicated parts of the system, for example, for Prime pools, we basically came up with this model. And it actually comes from DAOstack people as well. So for like in order to make decision on chain, you need like several modules. You need a voting power. You need a decision engine, basically governance, how the voting happens. And then you need avatar or agent that would execute those decisions. And basically, you can like take each part of it and replace with existing modules out there. For example, we can for what are we doing for Prime pools? And I think that's a pretty cool idea. So we, as a voting power, we take pool tokens, like liquidity tokens, the ones that are like being given to liquidity providers, because they do actually care about what's going on with their pool. So then we plug in basically any like decision-making module. We can use Snapshot or we can fork Compound and plug it in there. And then GnoseSafe will act as an avatar, as an execution engine. So from there, we are going to like this DAO to DAO approach, like from multi-DAO to DAO to DAO. So basically, if we are already building interfaces for our smaller DAOs, smaller decision engines, which are like talking to each other, then we can plug in like bigger DAOs. We can plug in, I don't know, Moloch ecosystem, Aragon ecosystem, anything. And then they can start building, like, can start doing token swaps, co-liquidity provision, joint ventures, and maybe even more cooler stuff. So that was pretty much it. Great success. Thank you, guys.